Hello.
Hello.
Well, let's give it a couple of more minutes. See if somebody else comes in.
think Casey said he wasn't feeling well, right?
Yeah.
Morning, evening,
Good
everyone.
morning, Nathan. I feel like we have a full house now.
As full
All
as it's
right.
gonna
All right. So, um, where is the community note thingy?
get. What are you're looking for the doc? I can
Yep.
send it in Slack or in Zoom, I mean. Oh, you got it. Or
Found
thanks,
it.
Nathan.
Oh, there you go.
Thank you. I'm going to share my screen. Hopefully, it's just a note that shows up. All right. So we sort of parted in our last meeting. We promised 328.1, the update is going to be out. I think that is out.
I hope so.
Yeah, me too. So in terms of the stuff that happened in it, I do know there was a BGP IP preservation bug that we fixed. There was another thing which was quite important, I guess. Let me find the release note. No, not this button, the other one.
What version was that? What?
328.1. Oh, we updated our, I think, testing to use Kubernetes 128.10 or something. Right, Lance? There was something about 328. Let me.
I mean, we update the testing all the time. I don't know. It's tied to patch releases.
Oh, we updated the Kubernetes support for Windows to include 128.12. There was a issue, some sort of issue. Anyway, these two were the ones that I sort of remember to make sure everybody knows about it. Anything else comes to mind?
Sorry, Reza, can you tell me the patch versions of those two things?
Yes. So 328.1.
Point one. Okay, thank you.
Two enhancements that I remembered. One was around IP preservation for BGP filters. And the other one was updating Kubernetes to 1.2812 in our Windows, I think, tests.
That will have been across the board, I think.
Let me find.
So it's updating our Kubernetes dependencies.
Yep. Let me just
okay.
find the pull tweet. Yep. It's all the imports and the Go client and everything to 28.12. So these two were the ones that I remembered. Anything else?
I'm
That
cheating and
is-
looking in the docs in the release note.
Me too.
Check some offloading for VXLAN devices or disabling it.
Oh, yeah. Was that a fix? Because I remember we sort of enabled it back in like 2 releases ago. And there was a huge update for lead BPF. I think Nasdaq updated lead BPF to like a very recent number for eBPF.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the note says upgrade a BPF tool to version 7.4 to fix the issue of loading XDP programs in IP tables data plane that happens in a few distributions.
All right. Other than these, I believe 329 is still in works.
Yes, it is.
Again, just a reminder what is going to be in it. So the big change would be NF tables.
Adding NF table support. Yep.
Yeah. So we do have NF table at the moment. However, this release 329 will be native NF table support. At the moment, we use IP tables capability command compatibility command. There's iptables -nf something that converts an IP table rule to an F table. It works for most of the scenarios, but it fails in some. So this release is going to be a new data plane that is sort of native for native with NF tables. That is the advertisement for it. 329, I guess.
The other thing I would say, and it's not totally clear that it's going to make 329, but the other thing is tiers.
Yeah.
So
basically, tiers might be there. It is.
So Kubernetes is adding admin network policy and baseline admin network policy.
Yep. So
And so
tiers,
as part of us supporting that, we're going to do it via tiers.
yeah.
So tiers is currently an enterprise feature. And it's being moved to open source.
Yeah. Okay. So we're basically allowing people to create logical groups and put their policies in them and figure out, like change the priority in terms of when these policies, these groups of policies going to be processed, right?
Okay.
Yes.
It only applies to policies.
Yep.
Okay. Interesting.
So the intent here, so the use case would be something like if you're an enterprise, typically there's a security team who takes care of you know, really big security threats and sets like, you know, company-wide rules on traffic in and out. And so you might create a tier that was for the security department, and then they can put their rules in their policies into the cluster, and then give it's kind of like guardrails so that developers can't accidentally open up ports to the world.
There's some akin to failsafe, but like another a tier.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
much more fine-grained,
Then
and
that,
yeah, and it can we can use RBAC to protect access to it and that sort of thing.
Okay.
Lance, you said it was that admin network policy. Was there another one too?
And baseline admin network policy.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, yes. So those are the Kubernetes features, and we looked at them and we thought this looks really very much like tiers, and the use cases look very much like the use cases for tiers. So why don't we just open source tiers?
Oh, and with that, Kubernetes is going to support actions. So both admin network policy and base admin network policy will have action and order number. So that is also something that they're adding. And it's going to be like a global policy because both don't have like any namespaces. Sort of makes sense to have tiers to do that part. Anyway. Anything else that I might be missing? I think that is going to be it for 329.
That's the
right?
stuff we're reasonably sure about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Do we have a rough idea when 329 is expected?
October, I believe. If anyone knows better, do say.
I do believe it's going to be in November.
Ah, okay, sorry.
Yeah. It used to be someday in October, but I think it changed to mid-November.
Okay.
So that's about it for the core project. Nathan, anything about VPP?
On our end, it's as we've mainly turned to fostering adoption. And doing bug chasing and trying to find use cases. So not a lot of activity on the open source. One of the main things that happened is we chased down a CI bug in the last month and a half, and like sparked quite interesting discussion on the Slack. By we, it was mostly Onan that tackled that, but yeah. Probably not worth going into too much detail, but there was an interesting one. And aside from that, we are still focusing on optimization, sleep data plane. I'm hoping to be able to merge that work by 329, but not sure if it's going to fly. So not sure how confident I am to have it in the community notes, but yeah, that'll probably be a motivator of some sort. So,
You may
yeah.
leave it in, or you may put it
Yeah,
back, or
no,
yeah.
let's leave it in. That
Okay.
gives that will give an extra motivation for us to actually complete that work that has been pending for a really long time. So
All right.
that's mostly it.
Thank you. And Eric, is there anything exciting happening with Operator?
I don't think so. Not that I know. There hasn't been a lot. There haven't been there's hasn't been anything too significant as far as there haven't been a lot of issues. Only a couple that I've seen recently. So yeah, I don't. Yeah, no, I think the last big thing was the IP pools, which I think has been
Yeah.
going okay. But yeah.
Yeah. It was sort of awkward the first time that I saw it. It was like a new thing in Tigera status, IP pool.
Oh, the IP pool? Yeah.
Yeah. And for a second, I thought it might be a bug. But anyway.
No, they're
All
for
right.
real.
I guess that's about it.
Yeah.
Short and sweet.
Do we have any hot issue? I don't think I have any. Just think I've seen much. I don't know, Lance, of you. Not sure if you're. I mean, you keep up on the Slack, so maybe you know something from there. But yeah, I don't know that.
I haven't seen
you-
anything of note. Casey probably had prepared this part, and unfortunately he's not available today.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I think we're probably good then, Reza.
All right. Thanks for joining in. I just noticed I'm community Zoom, and this was Calico community meeting. Have a good one. Bye.
Thanks.
Thanks, Nathan.
Thanks, bye.